Hello and welcome to Non-Stop Wrestling Chat. My name is Barry and this is your Wednesday Night War review. What a night for wrestling fans, guys. I love Wednesdays, Tuesdays, Wednesdays, those 2 days of the week, I love them. Mondays and Fridays not so much, but sometimes you get a little highlight here and there. Right guys, so let's just get into this review. Before we do, don't forget to hit that big thumbs up, hit subscribe, and if you're really interested, hit the bell so that you get a notification when these videos get uploaded. And if you're really feeling generous, hit see more in the description, go down and click Twitter and Instagram and drop me a like there. Right guys, let's get into this. So AEW we start with always. Kicked off with a match straight away. The Elite and FTR versus the Dark Order. Winners were the Dark Order. This one was just insane, guys. It was mental. But all in the right ways. Like, it was insane in the way it should be. It was everything's last week's kind of opener should have been, and I loved it. It was a good solid opener. So it was just over 17 minutes and I gave it a 3.5 stars. It was a great match. Then we have Moxley cutting a promo talking about his demons in the past, people telling him that he shouldn't have done death matches and stuff like that. He wished he listened to them, but now he's not, like, he's paid the price, but he obviously got where he is. Kind of talking about coming up with Darby tonight. Kind of says, I get why he's challenging for it. He's not going to tell him to do anything, but he just asked Darby to please just stay down. So I think this is going to be a great match when it comes up. Already watched it. I'm just keeping kayfabe for the for the interview. Next we have Best Friends versus Santina and Ortiz. Winner is Best Friends. 2.5 stars, guys. This was okay. It was a middle of the road match and nothing much to really say. Backstage, we're live at the MJF headquarters. He wants to show us where the magic happens. I love this guy, man. He walks into a room and he fires a bald man for giving him terrible gum. MJF is making posters and pins, shipping them all across the world. Then he goes on about a poster not being level. We see a poll where he's leading. He's officially getting a match all out. Kind of goes on for a little bit, but I love the MJF segments. So in the ring we've got Matt Hardy's on the mic. He's kind of saying that he came here to take control of his career, do something interesting, give back to the younger guys. He's talking about Sammy. Sammy comes out from under the ring. Matt turns, looks at him, says that he knows he was going to do that. They have a brutal brawl, and then Sammy throws a chair at Matt Hardy. Sammy's walking up the ramp, kind of standing tall, cuts to Matt Hardy, sitting there and he's covered in blood. It was great to see. John Silver and Alex Reynolds versus Matt Cardone and Cody Rhodes. This was okay, guys. 2.5. Matt picked up the win here. It probably went on a little bit too long, but yeah. It was okay. It wasn't anything special. Middle of the road, and I can't wait to see what to do with the Matt character kind of going forward. Backstage we have Trent and Chuck. They're nearby the damaged van, which was damaged before. I think Santina and Ortiz kind of damaged the van. So they were saying that all they had to do was ask for a rematch. They didn't have to do this, blah blah blah. Then we cut to the debate between Jericho and Cassidy, and the special moderator was Eric Bischoff. Fuck. Let's hope he's not going to get involved in AEW too much. But Bischoff welcomes everybody to the AEW Super Wednesday debate. There's 5 questions. They're quite simple. Questions such as like, why does Jericho and Orange Cassidy hate each other so much? Orange Cassidy pretty much remains quiet most of the time. Till the one question about... There's another question that says who's the biggest star. Jericho says it's obviously him, blah blah blah. There's one about the rise in sea levels. No one wonders what Jericho's thoughts is. Jericho says it doesn't matter about the situation. And Cassidy has plenty to say. Facts, figures, everything at this point. He drops like pure just knowledge on this. They kind of... A couple more questions. And then they get into like a... Orange Cassidy kind of goes off and he gets declared as a kind of winner of the debate. I think this will be a good match when it comes up. I think they're obviously the first time that they met, probably still feeling each other out. The audience is probably feeling it out, but I really think this is going to be a good little rivalry coming up. Then we have Big Swole versus Reba. I didn't even rate this, guys. It was just there, to be honest with you. Then we get the main event, match of the night across both bands, Jon Moxley versus Darby Allin. This ended up resulting in a bloody, fun, awesome mess. MJF attempting to get Darby to win was great, and the blood dripping down from Moxley's head really worked. It was a great main event, guys. Just under 15 minutes, I gave it 4 stars. Loved every minute of it. Overall, I gave the whole show 3.5. After what was relatively an average show last week, which I didn't really enjoy. I enjoyed it, but it just felt like it was a kind of step back. And I think that's why NXT picked up the win. It was a return to form, or a return to better than what it was last week. And it was I think it's probably one of the best AEW shows that they've had. And obviously we've got blood, which is great for any wrestling fan. As long as it's not overused and it's used correctly to tell a story. I like blood. I like when it's part of matches and it's used to tell a story. Points of exhaustion, cut. I like that kind of stuff. Obviously, overuse of it's too much, but yeah, I enjoyed AEW. So we're going to head on to NXT. NXT, just before we do go, guys, just going to have a little reminder here. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up and click subscribe. Right, guys, let's move on. NXT Women's Championship #1 contender match. Dakota Kai versus Ripley. Dakota Kai picked up the win. Loved this match. 2.5 stars. It was a middle of the road match. Could have been better, but I loved the match. It was a good, strong match. Yeah, everything was great in it. I really feel these guys, just to let them open up and go for it, would be a little bit better, but that's the only kind of thing that I would have to say about it. Then we have Bronson Reed versus Shane Thorne. Bronson Reed picked up the win. 2 stars. It was just a match here to give Reed a win. NXT North American Championship qualifying match. Damian Priest versus Loughran versus Holland. Priest picks up the win. 10 minutes 17. The only problem with this is the commercial kind of hurt it, but 2.5 stars here. It was a good hard-hitting match. I did enjoy it. Cameron Grimes versus Keith Lee. I gave this 3 stars, guys. Keith Lee picked up the win. It was a great match. I really, really enjoyed this one. I'm loving Keith Lee's work, and I have since the first time I saw him. Post-match, we get Scarlett talking a different language, saying that when carrying across appears on screen, says that till he gets what he wants, the body count's just going to keep rising. This didn't really make any sense because they already said we're going to give him a title, but yeah, title shot, but who knows. There's a couple of things. Regal was saying that Balor, Guevara, and a few others are going to be in a singles match to determine who goes into the ladder match or something like that, but it wasn't really that interesting. Hartwell versus Knox. Knox picked up the win. This was a squash match for Tegan, but it's good to see Tegan pick up the win. Then we have the NXT Tag Team Championship. Emporium versus Undisputed Era. Emporium picked up the win. It's a solid match. They're good teams. I thought the focus was too much on Cole and McAfee, but yeah, it was okay. I gave it 2.5 stars. After the Triple H and Shawn Michaels come out, McAfee goes to leave but comes back to call a tiny man who will always be a bitch. Cole hops over the announce table to get him, but is held back with his top half dangling over the table. McAfee punts the shit out of his head. Security takes Pat away. Overall, guys, I gave this a 2.5 stars. It was a quality night of wrestling, but there was nothing spectacular on the show. But tonight's winner hands down has to be AEW. They put on a great show, but I'm loving this Wednesday Night War, guys. You know, the back and forth between both of them, and it's either a draw, AEW, NXT, draw. I'm loving this. It's really, really great. And do you know who wins? Us, the wrestling fans, who like to enjoy it. Now, there's a lot of people out there that'll be the AEW fanboys or WWE fanboys, NXT fanboys. Guys, just enjoy wrestling across the board. I'm doing these videos and sometimes I don't like the stuff that AEW does. I don't like the stuff that WWE does. But it's still wrestling. You still get to see good matches. And don't get me wrong, when you do see a match that's at 2.5 stars, that's literally a standard match, which is good too. But AEW picked the winner up here, and I'm glad to see blood on TV again. I really am. And I really think this is... I think AEW and NXT are probably the mainstream of wrestling at the moment, and Raw and SmackDown are just there for the sake of it, because my kids like watching AEW and NXT, but they don't like watching WWE, Raw, SmackDown that much. They watch Impact a little bit, but they're more interested in the old kind of old school wrestling, so the old school. I was like 14, the early 2000s, but yeah, guys, it was a great night of wrestling, and I'll let you go enjoy the rest of your day. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button, and I'll see you here on Saturday for the SmackDown review. Let's pray to God this SmackDown's good.